Oh, hi friends! I am Emily and this is Ink Not Blood. Now that my channel has been up and running for a couple months, I thought it would be a good time to do the BookTube Newbie Tag. This will give you a chance to learn a little bit more about me, and I will be able to make my formal introduction to the BookTube community. Question number 1. Why did you start this channel? It seems like a lot of booktubers out there were lurking in the community, watching a lot of videos, and then eventually decided to start their own channel. I am definitely on the other side of the spectrum on this, where as soon as I found BookTube and figured out it was a thing, I became immediately obsessed and went to start my own channel right away. When I get excited about something, I tend to just dive right in, so here I am. Which also means I'm very new here. I haven't been watching BookTube for years like a lot of people have. Maybe this will give me a fresh perspective on things, or maybe it'll just give you an opportunity to laugh at me when I'm like, oh, what's a book haul? Just kidding, I know what a book haul is. Question number 2, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to BookTube? 2 words, unconventional mascots. So I have an abundant collection of allergies, and so does my boyfriend. So even though I am a cat person who grew up with cats and loves cats and have always lived with cats, when my boyfriend and I moved into our new house, we decided to try living without any furry creatures. You guys, that has been so hard. But last year I started to learn about reptiles, and I got really passionate about it. Remember earlier how I said when I get excited about something, I dive right in? Let me introduce you to my scaly babies. Alright, this is Pixis. He is a bearded dragon, and actually his birthday is coming up next week, so he's gonna be a year old. He's also going into shed right now, so he's a little grumpy, although he's kind of grumpy all the time. You're my little grumpy dragon, huh? Oh, you gonna ignore me? Some people have watchdogs. I have a watch dragon. Rawr! So this handsome guy is my snake. His name is Rupert Ripper Giles, or Rue for short, and he is a salmon hypo het leopard Sonora desert boa, and he is just under a year old. I know a lot of people get freaked out by snakes, but honestly I feel like those people really have never held a snake. Snakes aren't slimy and they don't feel gross, they actually feel really nice against your skin, and he's super gentle, really curious. You can see he wants to check out my books. Check him out. He's my little librarian. There he is. Hey, buddy. As you can see, he's really gentle. He's very sweet. He's such a sweetheart. And he's never bitten me or anything like that. Also, he is so beautiful. Look at those colors. So you can definitely expect Pixis and Rue to make some cameo appearances on my channel. If reptiles freak you out, I challenge you to stick around on this channel and get to know them a little bit. I vow to show you exactly how lovable these little creatures can be. Question number 3, what are you most excited for with this new channel? One of the things I'm most excited for is that I think having a BookTube channel is going to keep pushing me to read more books. Plus, I'm really excited to sharpen my critical reading skills. If you're going to make a video about a book, you better have something to say, so I plan to stay on my toes. I'm probably a medium critical reader overall. I do love literary analysis, and I really do love to rant about a book when it makes me angry, but also when I'm just reading for fun, I sometimes don't have a problem with just letting things go. Number 4, why do you love reading? What's not to love? You sit down with a stack of paper, study the symbols on the page, and somehow your brain is able to not only translate those symbols, but also put together complex stories and images as a result. What? What? I mean, how cool is that? You guys, reading is f***ing awesome. Also, what draws me into reading is really good characters and really good narrative. I love complicated characters, especially those that are flawed or unlikable. I love when the actions of a well-crafted character just really make sense and it's clear that the author spent a lot of time thinking about that character, their background, their habits, and how they would react in any given situation. Basically, if it's a book that can be categorized under character-driven as I'm in. Number 5. Oh my gosh, we're only halfway done. How is that possible? Number 5. What book or series got you into reading? So when I was probably about 7 or 8, my teacher, Mrs. Rahali, started reading the first Boxcar Children book to my class. Every day she would read us a chapter and we would sit and listen. I got so into the story that at recess, my friends and I would go outside and pretend to be the Boxcar Children. So that was when I got hooked on reading, and I think it was because I realized that there were books where the story would go on and continue chapter after after chapter or sometimes book after book. So I went and read more Boxcar Children books and then branched off into other chapter books after that. Chapter books. You remember when we called them chapter books? Oh, childhood. Number 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I think I'd really like to talk to some established booktubers about when it was that they started feeling comfortable in front of a camera. I studied theater directing in school and am currently a skater, captain, and trainer of a roller derby team. So I'm really used to being on the spot and talking to people, but there is just something about being in front of a camera that kind of freaks me out. I mean, I'm still at the stage where I kick my boyfriend out of the house every time I want to film. Ah! That'll go away, right? I just want to like sit here, we can have a conversation and it's totally cool, but no, I can't. I can't right now. All of my videos at this point are scripted. So maybe what I'd really ask is for some advice about how to get comfortable in front of a camera. Number 7, what challenges related to starting a BookTube channel do you think will be the hardest to overcome? A huge number of people give this answer, but I'm just gonna go with it because, time management. I am a very busy human and I already struggle trying to find the right balance between work, roller derby, cross-training, writing, and actually spending time with the people I care about. So yeah, why not just add something else into the mix? Sure, yeah, this is fine. I'm doing it because I love it, so I'll figure it out. Question number 8 is, when did you start reading? I definitely consider myself a lifelong reader. My mom is actually the one who taught me how to read at a pretty young age. I actually can still picture the book that she used to teach me how to read. So my mom was always reading and I grew up seeing that and taking trips to the library, and it all just really stuck with me. My reading definitely slowed in college and just after, just because I was so busy. But I was still always reading something, even if it took me months and months to finish. It's really just been in the last couple of years that my total love for reading has just kind of re-exploded, and I am just having so much fun reading way more than I did in years past. Number 9 is, where do you read? I will read anywhere. I am definitely one of those people who always has a book on me, or 2 books, or 3 books, or if you count my phone, unlimited books. This magnet, this is my motto. This is it. I especially like reading when I'm traveling because it just feels so guilt-free. I'm stuck on a plane or in a car, and really, what else do I have to do? I don't have to feel bad that I'm not doing something else more productive. Last question, number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? Most books I read are fantasy, but I also really love science fiction and magical realism. Seriously, magical realism done well is so good. I also really love graphic novels. That being said, I am open to any story, so I never really limit myself based on genre. That's it! I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about me. If you are brand new to my channel, please stop by down in the comments and say hello. As a little icebreaker, I want you to tell me what your favorite part of BookTube is. Like I mentioned, I'm new here and I'm still learning. But seriously, I am so happy to be here, you guys. I am loving it. Alright, that's it, but you'll hear more from me soon. Say goodbye, Pixis. I stuttered. What you doing? Checking out the phone? He just wants to say hi. You are so uncooperative.